Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time I'd like to discuss Kong on the Planet of the Apes, issue 3 from Boom Studios. Now, we pick up with the apes having an interesting time studying Kong, who's just kind of hanging out. He doesn't seem to mind their presence. Actually, the locals seem to think they have a calming effect on him because his female partner is dead. That's the one they found in issue 1. Now, one of the humans is making nice with Zira. Her name is Nita, and she is wanting to go out and explore like most young people do. But Zira is trying to warn her without directly saying the things they've done to humans, that it's not a good idea, that things aren't like they are in her village, they're not safe. Well, since General Ursus was banned to the beach with his men, he has been very unhappy about the situation, and he has his own plan, and he doesn't like that the humans are coexisting with Kong. So he formulates a cunning plan. He kills a couple of sentries and disposes of their bodies in the hopes that he can raid the village. Now, there is in fact another ship approaching, and that is General Amari, who he had met in the first issue at the tribe in Kenya. Meanwhile, the human community is deciding that the apes need to go because this is a destabilizing event for their village. The people are uncomfortable. It's throwing off the relationship with Kong. Kong isn't going out and fighting off the large creatures that he usually does, so there's potential risk there. Plus, he doesn't trust that their motives are as pure as he thinks, and he's right to think that. Meanwhile, the apes led by General Ursus raid the camp and start shooting the place up and just slaughtering all the humans. Now, this of course creates a massive brawl, and Kong gets freaked out and starts rampaging. Well, in order to escape, the apes grab Nita as a lure to bring Kong toward them. Then they're able to knock out Kong with a cannon, and they bound him up, and of course, like everybody else, make the bad decision to take him home, to their home. I don't know why people just don't leave the poor thing on his island. He seems happy there, and he doesn't slaughter people that way. So they get a winch and pull him onto this boat that General Mari brought, and they have a human captive who did want to go out and see the world, probably not under such circumstances, but be careful what you wish for. And they have their scientific discovery for the ages to take back home. Now, this is an expected development. I expected Ursus to murder a bunch of people, and of course, even the cover tells you that they're going to try and capture Kong. It's kind of the cliche of the Kong story. It was to be expected, but it is really well done. It is handled very well. There's discussions of science and religion, but it's handled very well, very adult. The girl wanting to leave is pretty normal. It's well done. She even gets her butt kicked a little bit. Kind of surprised she didn't get killed. But yeah, everything was handled really well, and the art continues to be great. The writing is great. It's a great addition to the story. Now, this just makes me want to own the trade version more and more, and I'm actually going to give it as a gift to some relatives who like Planet of the Apes. I highly recommend this series. It's continued to be great. The first 3 issues are definite must read for modern readers. If you're looking for a fun, entertaining book, this is really it. There's a lot of character development, there's a lot of depth. Everything about the book was done well. So I highly recommend this. It's worth the $4 cover price, and I'm glad I bought it. So that's kind of my take on it. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Please be sure and hit like, share, and subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next one.